A new king is crowned. Chimaev's unstoppable ascent is a story that has electrified the MMA world. From the moment he entered the UFC, Khamzat Chimaev has been a force of nature, tearing through opponents with a ferocity rarely seen in the sport. His rise has been nothing short of meteoric, and tonight, that journey reached its apex. The United Center in Chicago buzzed with anticipation as fans from around the globe gathered to witness history. The air was thick with excitement, every seat filled, every eye fixed on the octagon. Khamzat Chimaev was set to face Dricus Du Plessis for the UFC middleweight championship, a clash that promised fireworks and delivered even more. When the cage door closed, it wasn't just a fight, it was a coronation. The tension was palpable as both men stared each other down, but it was clear Chimaev was on a mission, his focus unbreakable. For 25 grueling minutes, Chimaev dominated, turning what many expected to be a competitive title bout into a one-sided showcase of absolute control. He dictated the pace, imposed his will, and left no doubt about who the superior fighter was. The scorecards, 50-44, reflected a performance that left no doubt. Chimaev's dominance was so complete, so overwhelming, that it signaled the beginning of a new era at 185. The judge's decision was a mere formality. Du Plessis, known for his grit and resilience, was smothered at every turn. He tried to rally, to find an opening, but Chimaev's pressure was relentless. Every attempt at offense was met with a swift, punishing response. Chimaev's relentless grappling and ground and pound made the octagon his kingdom. He controlled every exchange, every scramble, and left Du Plessis with nowhere to go. It was a masterclass in dominance, a display of skill and power that few could match. The biggest question, could he keep up his pace for 5 rounds? Many doubted whether Chimaev's intensity could last, whether he would fade as the fight wore on. But as the rounds ticked by, he only seemed to grow stronger, more determined. The answer, a resounding yes. Chimaev not only endured, he thrived, finishing the fight with the same ferocity he started with. Exhausted but triumphant, he stood tall, having proven every doubter wrong. As Dana White wrapped the belt around his waist, it felt like destiny fulfilled. The emotion on Chimaev's face told the story of years of sacrifice, of dreams realized in front of the world. This was more than a victory. It was a statement. The Chechen Wolf now rules the middleweight division, and the landscape is forever changed. Every contender now knows the standard they must meet, and it's higher than ever before. The king is here, and his reign has just begun. With the world watching, Khamzat Chimaev stands atop the mountain, ready to defend his throne against all challengers. The era of the Chechen Wolf has arrived, and the UFC will never be the same. To grasp Chimaev's achievement at UFC 319, look beyond the win. Look at the records shattered and the sheer dominance displayed. Chimaev didn't just win, he obliterated records. He landed an astonishing 529 strikes, smashing Max Holloway's previous record and redefining what it means to dominate in a title fight. His performance was a masterclass in striking, with a plus 484 striking differential that left Du Plessis overwhelmed at every exchange. This wasn't just about the volume of strikes, it was about the precision and relentless pressure that Chimaev applied. Chimaev's approach was calculated and relentless, a perfect blend of strategy and aggression. He didn't just throw punches, he executed a game plan that left no room for Du Plessis to breathe. The most staggering stat of the night was his control time. Chimaev maintained control for 21 minutes and 41 seconds of the 25-minute fight. This level of dominance is almost unheard of in the octagon. Du Plessis barely had a moment to stand on his feet before being dragged back into Chimaev's world. It was a display of superior wrestling and control that suffocated any hope of escape. Chimaev's chain wrestling and ground and pound were executed to perfection, leaving Du Plessis with no options but to defend and survive. This wasn't just a fight, it was a statement. Chimaev didn't just win, he redefined what it means to be a dominant champion in the UFC. Every statistic from UFC 319 is a testament to Chimaev's unparalleled skill and dominance. He's operating on a level that few can even comprehend. He's not just a title holder. He's a force rewriting the record books and setting a new standard for what it means to be a champion. The middleweight division has never seen anything like this. Chimaev's reign is a new era of dominance, a benchmark for future champions to aspire to. As he stands in the octagon, belt in hand, surrounded by his team, it's clear that Chimaev is not just a champion, he's a phenomenon. Chimaev's reign is a new standard for dominance, a testament to what relentless hard work, strategy, and unparalleled skill can achieve in the world of mixed martial arts. Chimaev's championship felt like prophecy fulfilled, but his path was anything but easy. He burst onto the UFC scene in 2020, winning 2 fights in 2 weight classes in just 10 days. The hype was real, but so were the obstacles. COVID nearly ended his career, and visa issues kept him sidelined. With help from unexpected places, including former President Trump, Chimaev finally got his shot on American soil. His journey was marked by resilience, overcoming health scares and bureaucratic setbacks. This victory is more than a win. It's a testament to his mental fortitude. Chimaev faced adversity outside the cage and emerged stronger. He's not just a champion by skill, but by sheer will. His reign feels truly earned. With Chimaev atop the middleweight throne, the question is, who's next? He hasn't faced many top contenders, making the division wide open for fresh matchups. Rainier de Ritter's elite grappling, Anthony Hernandez's submission game, and Nassourdine Imavov's striking all pose unique threats. Michael Venom Page, with his explosive style, could offer a classic striker versus grappler showdown. Rising talents like Caio Borralho add even more intrigue. Chimaev's undefeated record and dominance have put the division on notice. The hunt for a worthy challenger is on. Who will dare to face the Chechen Wolf? While Khamzat Chimaev stole the headlines with his explosive performance and post-fight bravado, the co-main event quietly set the stage for one of the most electrifying moments of the night, a moment that would send shockwaves through the entire featherweight division. Lerone "the Miracle" Murphy, undefeated and representing the UK with pride, made his walk to the octagon, carrying not just his nation's flag, but the weight of expectation on his shoulders. Across from him stood Aaron Pico, an elite wrestler, a powerhouse making his highly anticipated UFC debut, and a man many believed would be the next big thing in the division. Murphy, stepping in on just 3 weeks' notice, had every reason to play it safe, but instead, he embraced the challenge, showing the heart and grit that have defined his career so far. The opening bell saw Pico come out aggressively, using his wrestling pedigree and explosive striking to try and overwhelm Murphy early. For a moment, it looked like Pico's game plan might work, but Murphy's composure under fire was remarkable. He used slick footwork, sharp head movement, and a calm demeanor to weather the early storm, never losing focus for a second. Then, as Pico lunged in with trademark aggression, Murphy timed a perfect spinning back elbow, catching Pico flush and sending him crashing to the canvas, unconscious, in a highlight reel knockout that stunned everyone watching. The arena erupted in disbelief and celebration. Murphy stood tall, arms raised, his record now an incredible 17-0-1, and the world suddenly took notice of the British phenom. To finish a dangerous, highly touted prospect like Pico, and to do it on short notice, was more than just a win. It was a massive statement to the division and to the fans. This wasn't just another victory for Murphy. It was a declaration of intent, a message to every featherweight contender that he's here, and he's coming for the top. Murphy proved he's not just a promising prospect, but a true contender with the skills, mindset, and finishing ability to challenge anyone in the world. The featherweight division, already stacked with talent, now has a new force to reckon with, a fighter who can end a fight in an instant and rise to the occasion when it matters most. With his eyes now firmly set on UFC gold, Murphy's title ambitions are undeniable. The division has been put on notice. Lerone Murphy is coming, and he's coming for the belt. After his knockout of Pico, Murphy wasted no time. He called for a title shot against Alexander Volkanovski. His undefeated UFC run, now 9-0-1, is rare in such a stacked division. Murphy's resume includes wins over veterans, strikers, and wrestlers alike. Daniel Cormier immediately endorsed Murphy as the next challenger. Murphy's technical striking, knockout power, and calm under pressure make him a compelling threat. He's earned his place at the top. The featherweight division is on notice. A showdown between the Miracle and the Great feels inevitable. Just when fans thought they'd seen it all, Carlos Prates delivered another spinning elbow knockout, moments before Murphy's. Facing the durable Jeff Neal, Prates ended the fight with a spinning back elbow at 4:59 of round 1. Neal, never before knocked out, was left stunned on the canvas. 2 consecutive spinning elbow KOs on the main card, an almost unheard-of feat. Prates' win, his 5th UFC knockout, catapulted him into the welterweight top 10. His finishing ability is star-making. The night of spinning elbows will be remembered for years. Prates proved he's a serious threat in the division. Both he and Murphy earned Performance of the Night bonuses. UFC 319 became a night of highlight reel history. Beyond the headlines, UFC 319 delivered standout performances across the card. Tim Elliott submitted Kai Asakura with a mounted guillotine, earning a Performance of the Night bonus. Elliott's relentless grappling re-established him as a flyweight threat. Michael Venom Page outpointed Jared Cannonier, scoring knockdowns and showcasing his unique striking. Page's win puts him in the middleweight contender mix. The depth of talent on display made UFC 319 unforgettable. Multiple stars shone brightly on a stacked card. UFC 319 was a landmark event, signaling major shifts in multiple divisions. Chimaev's record-breaking win ushered in a new era at middleweight. Lerone Murphy's knockout made him the clear featherweight contender. Carlos Prates' spinning elbow KO added a new star to welterweight. The event delivered moments that will be replayed for years. New champions, new contenders, and unforgettable finishes set the stage for the UFC's next chapter. Fans now have new heroes to follow and rivalries to anticipate. The ripple effects of UFC 319 will be felt for months to come.